and welcome back to the first ever episode of 2022, and a happy new year to everybody out there that watches the channel. We are now up to a whopping 40 subscribers, so let's keep it going up. And can I get you guys to hit the subscribe? Well, don't actually hit the subscribe because I don't want you to, trying to break your devices, and you won't get to see me. Hit the like button as also if you like this sort of stuff, and let's get on with the video. So, all that said, back to Mr. Naughty, Damien. So we actually have got some rear brake pads for him, and we have also ordered up the new banjos for the rear back of the the calipers, with the two brass washers, copper O-rings, the banjo, like I just said. So anyway, they're not going to be here for a little while, the little banjos, so it's no big deal, because we're going to change the brake fluid on him anyway, because it's all been sat open, and and we've probably still got to change his brake line, because we actually had him out in the street toddling up and down, back and forth, and relatively putting in the drive, the brake line or something in the brakes went skewy wampus on us, and it went to the floor. So I don't know, maybe the brake hose that was in there has finally given up and gone, nope, I want a divorce, from Damien. So without further ado, let's get you out there, let's have a look at him and find out what's actually happened. Put these new brake pads in it, which, by the way folks, have you ever heard of the brake pads in the back of an MR2 fitting a Land Rover Discovery 2.5 TDI? I know, bizarre to me too, but I'll show you the part number for all that are out there, and if you want to try it, and you can try it. But yes, Discovery 2.5 TDI. Has anybody had, comment below, even if you've had dealings with putting Discovery parts in your Toyota, because it's new to me. I mean, I know stuff crosses over on stuff and wonderful things, but Japanese, British, really? Anyway, let's get on with the video. Let's go find out what Mr. Naughty Pants has gone and done. Kind of go from there, really. We are still having a problem with the idle, but other than that, he's actually now holding water. I mean, coolant. Pressure tested the system, and every time I fix one leak, you hear another big boof, and then another pipe pops off, and then boof again, and another one blows off, all the way to the radiator at the front. I mean, I've been underneath the front of the car, and I can tell you guys, it is blooming clean for a 30-year-old car. There's a little surface rust under there, but nothing too woo. But yeah, it's looking good. We actually might get this thing running in 2022, early stages of 22, shall we say. So yeah, let's get you out there and show you. Right, anyway, so I've been putting on the new hub nut, recutting the threads and stuff like that, and all that good stuff. Right, to change the rear pads, you have 12mm down here at the bottom of the pad. You just unscrew him and lift out. When it wants to, like that, and then the whole pad caliper, it will lift up like so, and then you can change your pads. I'm going to get the tool out and to push back in the caliper, and I'll show you just how easy that is to do. Right, so basically this is called a caliper wind back tool, which is quite simple. You just put the two little teeth notches inside the caliper piston. And then what you do is you tighten this up, just nip it up, and then I'm just going to put a bar in here and wind the caliper back in clockwise. So I'll join you back in a minute. Once I've knocked that out, I'll push that back in for you. And we'll move on to some other stuff. You're going to end up with something that looks like this. Wound it back in clockwise, both sides, and then push the piston back in. Make sure it goes in nice and freely, which this one has, surprisingly, because sometimes these can give you some real big headaches and getting them back in. But just take your time, and you know, just a bit of WD-40 around the edges if you need to, and the threads, and just keep gently tightening it in. Put your foot on the brake or something and push the piston out and push it back in, and keep doing it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then eventually it will go back in. But like I say, doing this, you can save yourself a ton of money doing it yourself. But you know, don't go writing a caliper off because you can't get the piston back in unless it's absolutely froze solid. But you know, I might even go ahead and order the rebuild kits for these, and do a rebuild kits for the rear and for the fronts in a later video. But for now, we're just going to put the pads back in, put my tongue back in, and get this put back on, and hopefully we'll get the brakes put back. So, oh, and as for the leak, I forgot to put the washer back in. That one's not a standard OE washer, but crush washer. Sorry, I'll start again. It's not an OE crush washer. So I just literally put in whatever I had crush washer wise, and you know, it works. So, but you can see where it was leaking. So that was a poor thing on my behalf. But you know, these things do happen, and that's why we trial test our projects. But new hub nut, I've ordered new banjos for the back of there, just as the truck comes around the corner. So I've ordered a new banjo, new washers, new everything for the back. I might even order new pins that go in the back of the calipers still. And I've got to adjust the handbrake, which everyone says it's a delight to do. We'll find out, I suppose. But anyway, you know, we'll get this pads back in, put this all back in, you know, and then we're just repeating spit and rinse the other side, and that'll be it really. So as you can see, put the pads back in. I am missing the little shims, top and bottom. I have to order them, but there's no big drama. Now, there is a little notch on the back of the pad, but as you can see, possibly, maybe, the little notched pin goes up inside the piston. So, in general, you know, these pads were £14 with VAT and everything on them. Excuse me. And the pads that originally for this were close to, I think it was £40, £32, something like that. And the brake pad that's in here is quite a good make. So what I'm going to do, that's the caliper tool that you're going to be looking for if you're doing this yourself. You know, I had to borrow this one because mine broke a while back. I've just never been bothered to replace it. But that's the part number on the rear brake pads. So if anybody's actually interested, that's what the number is. And comment below if you've put these in the back of your car. I mean, but anyway, I hope this helps you, and I'll join you back in a minute, back in the bunker shed. So guys, we're back in the bunker shed. We've just gone to go out in Damien, and Damien is just gone, nope, we're not doing that. Not happy. No. We're not doing that. So we're just going to leave him to sulk out the front there. But yeah, if there's anybody out there that's got any more ideas about these cars than what I do, which isn't going to be rocket science, I think an ant's got more brain cells than probably what I have right about now. Damien is pulling 0.5 of a vacuum. So my gauge is telling me that the engine is weak. I don't know if I think that is the case. I think we've got a couple of things here and there, but I've blanked off all the vacuums. I've done a neat vacuum straight from that straight to the map sensor, and I've completely deleted everything. And so basically I've taken the vacuum line for the brake servo off and capped it. I've capped the charcoal canister, the 2 vacuums for that, and everything else. So it was solely just the inlet manifold and my vacuum gauge, and he's only got 0.5 of a vacuum. So if anybody out there actually has any more ideas of what the vacuums should be on this car, on this platform of the 3SGE non-turbo, please just comment below and let us know what you think, because if the engine is weak, it's toast. Is there any reason to carry on with him? Do we flog him, keep him, get another engine if we can? I mean, I just don't know. I mean, it would be nice to save old Damien and make him original. I mean, I could be a little bit, to be honest, I'm a little bit down on him because we've put a lot of money, a lot of time into him, and I respect you guys for everything and all the love and support that you've sent and shown us over the time with the other videos and with Damien as well, and I'm carrying on and telling YouTube that we are good, friendly people and you enjoy watching us. But anyway, that said, let's call it a wrap today, because I'm getting a bit annoyed with Damien. I'm going to go in the house, get a beverage of choice, cold snack or a hot beverage, and as the saying goes, if you guys could just boost the like button and hit the subscribe as well. Please don't hit the subscribe. Don't want you to break your devices again, like I said at the beginning. And as the saying goes, me out.